Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma here, and it's another toy pickup. So I've had this package come through the post. It's from an eBay purchase. So yeah, very interesting story to it. So we're going to get straight into it. So I've already opened it. As you can kind of see, they did pack it fairly well, as I would expect. And what did I get? So Power Ranger fans out there, this is what I have got. So it is the Saw Shark, if it's something like that. It's for the Animus sword, and that is from the not Jungle Fury. No, not Jungle Fury at all. It is from one of the earlier seasons of Power Rangers. Now, this is not complete. It is missing its tail and it is missing its nose. So it normally has like a big saw. But yeah, and the story to go with it of the person selling this had this for £15. Buy it now, £5 postage and packaging, so that would be 20 quid. But they had made me an offer on it, so I made him an offer of 10. He came back with 13. I then come back with 12, and then he just didn't respond. So normally what I do is when I kind of look through what there are other items, and he had a few other items on there for the Animus sword, and I needed an upgrade of one of them because one of mine is missing a leg. So this is the cheetah. He had this for 20, brand new, and then £5 postage packaging. So obviously 15 for this, 20 for that is what they were, and then obviously £5 each. He had them individually listed for postage packaging. So that would have been 45 quid. But obviously when you buy multiple products, normally they combine the postage. So 40 quid is what we were looking at. So I was like, oh, that's not too bad a price. Especially this is really hard to come by, complete especially. So it's going to be a pain to complete, but I've needed this for at least a year and a half. So I started bidding with him. So I said, well, I've offered you for 12. Not you come back to me, but I need a complete one of these. How about 15 for this? He came back and said, like, make the bid on this one and then he'll do it. So he accepted I bid 15, he accepted 15, and obviously 12 for this. So that would be 27. And then obviously normally if you combine postage it would be 32. So I didn't think that was a bad price. I was like happy with it. So I'm like, cool, that's fine. Wait for the total to come through. Look on the total. He's charging me double postage on this. So £12, £15 is 27, and then he wants another tenner on top for postage. So that's £37. Now, as I said, if you buy it complete, so 20 and 15, and then if you bought it now, I would expect to pay 40 quid postage. And he's expecting 37. So I messaged him and went, I think there's been some, do you combine postage, blah, 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 and stuff. And he went, no, I've knocked £8 off for you. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I went back and checked. No, the 8 quid was the bids that he meant. But then he charged me an additional 5 quid for postage because I know, and he said I post on eBay and I do the same thing. And I was like, I know if you combine it, it's £4.69 second class signed for, which is exactly what it has on that label. That you can't really see it, but yeah, if anybody knows, a small package, it's £4.69 second class signed for by Royal Mail. So then I go back and go, right, I understand you've taken 8 quid off, but you're charging me double postage. But I've given you £8 off, and then I was just like, oh, this was actually quite a few messages to kind of get across what I was doing. I said, well, to be honest, that's fine. I said, forget about the new cheetah. I was like, because he said he was selling for his brother, he wanted the money for it. I was like, fine, I will just buy this. So £12 and then the £5 postage packaging, so 17 quid. I said, I'm happy to just take this, but because obviously he kind of agreed to both of them, like get 2. If he wasn't happy with that, that's fine. Then he didn't understand that, and I had to explain that about 5 times. And this was about 2 hours I spent messaging back and forth to just get this. And I've never spent so long talking to someone, to be very clear, to someone who claims they sell on eBay, who doesn't know the ins and outs. Yeah, like like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, he took bids of, like, I'd ask, and, you know, it was £8 less. Forget about them, and that's quite good, because, like, you know, when people want bids, say it's 20 quid, they'll go, oh, no, I want bids, but I only accept like £19.50, 50p off, that's it. And that's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Okay, so we have him, yeah, so he isn't complete, but obviously I have a cheetah and he's missing an arm, so I have to upgrade him at some point. And then we have the condor, then we have the black lion, and then we have the kind of bullzord. So why I'm talking about this, we are going to transform it, and I'm actually going to have a more or less complete anima sword. Now, this thing has probably cost me about 75 quid. Now, partially to the point, I could have probably bought one complete for about 30 or 40 quid more if I was lucky. These are very hit and miss with finding them with the right price. And complete. So, you know, and people like, there's mostly legs, and this is the little gimmicks that they had back in the day, you know. So you twist like this, and there's the head and stuff. And I love little gimmicks like this. Like, you can't beat some of the Power Ranger toys back in the day. Then with the lion that we've got to combine. This is always a pain because everything needs to kind of blend into one, if I remember how this goes. Or is it there? Okay, I think that's about right. So that's how, like, the legs go on that side, and that's how obviously this transforms, I think, very more or less exactly the same as the red version that I do have. So there we go, so that's the waist. Condor does a little bit different than the previous ones. If memory serves me right, that the normal version, no, I suppose I shouldn't really say normal version, but the eagle version that you have, the wings normally go either side here. I'm not quite sure if this goes the exact same way. Because I want to say, oh no, yeah, it does. So as you can see, they slot either side there. It's not perfect because of the bull's head. Oh, yeah, it is. I just had the bull's head funny. And then the horns up there. And then obviously, cheetah, you would wrap the arms in, which I don't really need to do on that side because it hasn't got one. So if you're watching this video and you do have Animus bits or some Power Ranger bits, do always feel free to message me on Instagram. Can link there. I'll be happily take a look, and if it's stuff I need, happily give you some money for it. We can come to definitely some agreement, hopefully. Right, and so cool, that is there. And then obviously, because it's a hand, you will have to twist that like that. So the crest sits front and the hand sits like that. You can twist it like that. So let's pop the cheetah on. So there we have one arm, and that's how he was before today. And then the last bit, so obviously he will have a tail that comes off and he can hold it, and obviously that part is intact, if you can kind of see, so that's cool. But it's very much a simple of, there we go, that's what it is. So there we go. I have probably, I think, so he's missing some falcon bits that he would hold in the jaguar hands, the 2 bits from the swordfish there, and that is about it. So I would say he's about 80% complete now. Really happy to have him complete anima. So any of you Power Rangers out there, you'll understand, obviously, bit of pain that that's missing, and I will have to update. Hopefully I can find one at when I ever go away next month for the toy fair, because otherwise money's going to be strapped. But yeah, if I can find one for about 15 quid like that bloke was offering, I'd more or less happily pick it up. But otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma. This is my collection of my new complete toy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe and all that stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.